Good morning, it's James from Literati Bookshop East. I think I've kind of figured out where to look on this. Today I'm going to talk about bookshop.org. As I showed you once before, you click on find a store and then you put in our zip code is one way to get to our page. I'm going to show it to you on what it really looks like. So if you go to bookshop.org, this is the first page you're going to see. And as you see in the upper corner there, it says find a bookstore. You click on that, find a bookstore, and I've got it enabled to where you can get a map and it'll show visit website down in the corner. So I'm going to do that. And this is what pops up. This is our website on bookshop.org. Over the past few days and past couple of weeks, we've been putting curated shelves on this site. Steve Gooch, Charles Martin, and myself. I want to give you just a taste of what's on here. For example, we have Oklahoma Centric. Many of you will be familiar with some of these books. And then How to Create. See that next. Let me scroll down here a little bit. We have comics as literature, how the world works, sociology, history, economics, science, so on. And then we have our book clubs in here, what's coming up, our book clubs. Some of the new ones we've put on, let me go down here. Here's our favorite middle grade books. You can go in here and you can buy any of these through our online store. The seminal science fiction. These, by the way, these Hall of Fame collections of short stories, novellas, science fiction are just amazing. And you click on this and you get about 30 or so of them, close to that. So, and then I've got the one I really enjoy doing, which is on an Authentic Drugstore Cowboys bookshop book list, books of the American West. Got that on there. Nonfiction comics, dystopian literature from Plato to Atwood, but why anybody would want to read dystopian literature right now is beyond me. Then we have here's one I put together called Totalitarianism, Dictators and Resistance, which was fun. Then you come on down, we have a drama section. I get sad when I look at this one. I Miss Baseball, the greatest books about baseball. And believe me, you know, baseball has its own literature. And I think of the people that wrote for the New Yorker that also were baseball essayists and book writers. And I've got one-hit wonders, novelists that only had one book in them. And another one was fun to do is I've got like Patti Smith's favorite books and David Bowie's favorite books and Bruce Springsteen's favorite books and so on. You can go on down, I've got Alan Moore's favorite books. And then I've got this one shelf that still working on it, but it's horror worth reading slowly. And that's because it's well written horror. So, and the way I do these, many of them I've read, not all of them. I go out and I read reviews, I look at lists, I look at how they were accepted in their time, and then what critics think of them now, some of the older ones. I also look at you know, the Bram Stoker Awards and stuff like that. And then finally, the last one I'm working on is this one right now. And it's American history, biography, autobiography, and memoir. And of course, I started out with three of my favorites. Grant's memoirs, Bury My Heart, Wounded Knee, and 1776 by McCullough. So simply, this is a way for us to create revenue during these pretty rough times that we're all going through. And I want to talk a little bit very quickly about community and what this bookstore means to me. And I know probably many of you that are going to see this today. You come in, I read to your kids, we talk about books. You know, in the Plunge, where Literary Press and Holy Rollers are, we've had, I think, 9 shows, musicians, poets, authors, free to the public. There were some really good singers, songwriters. Plus, I got to put on a play that many of you attended, sold out play called Jazz, the Beats, and a Dream Deferred. So it's community. Now, I want to say something very, very personal. When I retired, and I've been a roamer most of my life, I bicycled across the United States, hitchhiked all over the United States, and when I retired, which I was able to work 26 years, still having that kind of a spirit, and my friend Joy Muth gave me this wonderful compass that I could carry in my pocket that says, all those who wander are not lost. Many times I was lost, and this is the first time in my life that I have felt like I have a home, that I don't want to go anywhere. That's been true for about 1.5 years, and the foundation of that is this community that I get to be part of. The beginning of that was the bookstore, and the bookstore is a big part of our community. It's one of the small pieces and important pieces, but beyond selling books, we reach out. Poetic City and the bookstore, we sponsor a poetry night. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. If you can shop with us online, down the road there'll be some talk about reopening and such. But I miss all of you. I miss your children, and I miss reading to them. And finally, Dharma misses everybody. When she sees somebody that she knew in the store, she's beyond herself. She runs up and she knows you. She remembers you. I love you guys. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.